Hello, my name is Ofegwe. Welcome to my channel, and the title should be something about pain into purpose, purpose into pain, something around that. Every month since I turned 27, I've been doing like a diary vlog, and I always try and think what's the best thing to say. And I should say, before I get into things, disclaimer, you might hear noises around. I'm in the office environment, so people talk and the walls are thin. So yeah, bear with me if that's the case. But if I try and wait for perfection, I will never post. So I had to go for it. What made me actually think about this or to want to talk about pain to purpose? One, I genuinely feel like that is my story for the most part. Actually, no, for a lot of the part of my life. I think that even if it's been small pains or inconveniences or things that felt uncomfortable, I think God has used my most painful times to propel me into a purpose that he's led me into. Part of it is like even speaking. I would say that I want to say actually, if you're right now and if you're in pain right now, that you should have hope. And I know that that sounds bleak, but especially if God's told you, don't worry, whatever you're going through will be sorted. Really hold on to that promise. A few years ago, about 7-8 years ago now, I had been diagnosed with a condition called HS, or hidradenitis suppurativa, which is basically really painful boils. And I'd had boils before that, but they'd never popped. And that summer before my second year in university, one had opened, and it was the most painful thing. It was the most painful thing. And then after that one that had opened for years, like I'm talking years, like at least 4 years, every single time one would open up, I got put on antibiotics, I got put on different medications. I tried myself to try and find something. And I remember God telling me, don't worry, you will be healed. And every single time I got a new boil, I said, did I hear right? Maybe God didn't mean that. Maybe he meant I'd be healed of that one. Maybe I heard wrong. And it was a constant cycle. And I honestly had so much doubt back then. It was one of my prayer points that like, I don't believe what God's told me. I don't believe maybe that he's good and that he works. I genuinely didn't. And so the promise that he gave me about healing, I let go of it. I let go of it. I wanted to believe, but every time I got a new boil, I just said, okay, I'm back here again. Hopefully it won't be lifelong, because online it told me that I'd have the condition for my whole life. Why am I talking about this? Fast forward, like I said, I wanted to find ways to help myself, and I eventually did through the grace of God and through his leading. I actually wanted to start a business to make skin like, what do you call it, products, body butters and oils. But I didn't want to make anything without knowledge, so I thought, let me go and learn more about herbal medicine. Turns out that on that course, I ended up finding out about a herb called marigold that I used and healed my boils, my open wound. And not only did I find a way to heal myself, God put me on a path to want to find out. If I never had those boils, I would have never found that course. I would have never been interested in it. From studying herbal medicine, I knew that wellness was what I wanted to do. I haven't even done the product making at all. But what I did do is that I am now like a massage and wellness practitioner. And honestly, I believe that if it wasn't for the boils, I would not be here. That's the long part of my story. God used my pain to direct me to purpose. And obviously when I was going through this, I had no idea. I had no idea that it was going to be like, don't worry, like you're going to go through this pain, but this pain is going to take you straight to what God has been calling you to do and that you've been praying for and asking God to take you. Show me my purpose, Lord. And he was using the same pain that I was praying away to take me to my purpose. And I don't know, everyone's story is very different. I've had other things, like I talk a lot about on this channel about insecurity. Insecurity was huge in my life for so many. Like over a decade, I was crippled by seriously strong insecurity. I'm not gonna lie, looking back, I do think that it was a spiritual attack at many times. However, because I had that, I knew it put a drive in me to want to solve that. And through trying to solve that, I created this channel for confidence sake, because it was for the sake of my confidence. I've said that in many videos. God has used my pain to propel me to purpose. And I think at times I've forgotten that. And when you're in the midst of pain, you ask yourself why. Like, you do say, like, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? But I don't think you could ever think that it'd be for good reason. You never think, for the most part, you might be more positive than me, but for the most part, I never thought, yeah, God's gonna use this and turn it around for my favor. And that's why I'm making this video, because I want to tell that person who's going through pain that maybe it's not, but I do believe there's many people whose pain who has purpose, even if it's just for you to tell the next person when they're going through something, listen, I've been through that too. I know what that feels like. I know what that divorce feels like. I know what that losing that friendship feels like. I know that, and you can comfort even one person. You know, that's purpose. Even if it's one purpose, like, or one person, that is purpose. In that season, our purposes can change. It's not just about the career that we do or the like hobbies that we have. Our purpose is more complex, just like we are, you know. And another thing that I would say about pain into purpose and all these different things. One, I guess I'm doing this video to inspire somebody else, but I'm also speaking to myself. Like I said, when you're going through it, your mind, it feels like it's going to be forever. You start questioning if it's going to be forever. And I do think that, especially if God's told you, listen, this is for a season, this will end, really hold on to that. And maybe ask him in the midst of that, if you can summon the courage to, Lord, what do you want me to get from this? What do you want me to receive? Don't let me leave this season until I've received what you want me to receive. Genuinely, that's a prayer that I've had to pray sometimes, like, Lord, this is hard, but I know it's for a reason. Don't let me leave unless I've learned the lesson that I'm meant to learn. And that sounds like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in this for so long, but there's a time and a season, and God decides that, not us, not us trying to rush through things. I guess this might be a short video, but I just I never make notes as well. I just come and I talk because I can talk for England. I can talk for England, and I've been through stuff, and I've realised that, like I said, if it's just for one person, if one person comes across this and realises, you know what, there's something else to this. I'm not just going through this for the sake of it. And I think often we can be tempted to sometimes believe that maybe God's just putting us through things to put us through things. He's not like that. That's not the God that we serve. He doesn't just make us go through something for the sake of it because it's like, yeah, well, bit of character building, here you go. No, it's because he knows what's coming ahead. He knew, yes, and when they give her the boils, she's going to feel afflicted. She's going to feel forgotten about for years. She's going to have doubts. But I'm going to use those boils so that she can touch other people and help them, encourage them in their wellness journeys, encourage them in their pain, encourage them to have hope. Like, that is crazy, and I don't regret it. And all that pain that I felt physically, mentally, and spiritually, I would not take it away because I know now it's going to lead me here. And I think that's my message. Like, go through it, endeavor, keep on going, keep on pushing, keep on having faith, even if it's as small as, I'm telling you, my faith back then was on the ground. I had moments where I just picked my head up and believe, and then I go right back down. But that was enough for God to do what he needs to do, because his work is not dependent completely on my faith. Though faith without works is dead, and through faith we are healed. Yes, but God's purpose is his purpose. He's going to push through. He's going to make it happen. If you're watching this video, it's for a reason. I'm telling you that right now. So whatever you're going through, there is a purpose, especially if you've been obedient and you know it. And I think sometimes when we're obedient, we can be like, why are things not working out in my favour? What if it is? And it just doesn't seem like it to you. But that's why we walk through faith, or by faith and not by sight. Because our sight will deceive us, but faith will not. It will not. God will not lie to you. So whatever you're going through, whatever season you're in, I pray that you find a purpose in it. I pray that God strengthens your faith. I pray that through my short little testimony that you understand, and maybe that you are emboldened to keep on pursuing God, to keep on holding on to the promises that he's given you, because it will change your life. And it doesn't mean that life is perfect now. By no means is it perfect. Oh God, no. But through that, not only has God propelled me to purpose, I also believe in him a lot more. I saw that, yeah, what you say, Lord, really does come to pass. You told me that I'll be healed, I was healed. Or I felt like God is telling me to talk about like masturbation and addiction. I don't know why. But even through that, that's a thing that a lot of people go through, not just men, women too. listen, I don't know why God's telling me to talk about this. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be obedient, because this is definitely not what I thought this video was going to be. But that can be a pain as well. Maybe sometimes we feel afflicted. We feel like we will never stop something. Maybe we've been doing something like that for longer than we've not been doing it. I am a living testimony that if you want to stop, you will. That's another thing that God told me. If you want to stop, you will. Today I stand, or I sit, free from that affliction by the grace of God, and free from that hold that lust had on me, that hold that insecurity had on me, that hold that infirmity had on me. I am free from those things because God took me through a journey that led me to be free, and now I can say it to you, you will be free in Jesus' name, and you will be able to get through this. And I pray that your testimony will be one that will be powerful, and I thank you so much for watching this video, and I really pray that it reaches the right people. And I'm grateful for everyone who views this, especially if you watch to the end. God bless you abundantly. And like I said, I do a video every month, like an online diary. Whatever topic comes to my mind, I just talk about it. It's not structured. I am so sorry that I'm just not that babe. But still, I'm trying to be as consistent as I can, and a monthly video is what I can commit to right now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, and comment if you want to comment. I love speaking to people. I will reply to your comment. I appreciate you. Have a very blessed day and take care.